everyone, and welcome to one more episode of our series called Brazilian True Crime. Today, we delve into one of Brazil's most shocking and heart-wrenching true crime stories, the tragic case of Eliza Samudio. We'll explore the events surrounding the murder of Eliza Samudio, a case that captivated the nation and shook the world of Brazilian football. Eliza Silva Samudio was born on February 22, 1985, in Foz do Iguaçu, a city known for its stunning waterfalls. She grew up in a modest family and had dreams of becoming a model and actress. By her early 20s, Eliza had moved to Rio de Janeiro to pursue her aspirations in the entertainment industry. Eliza's journey wasn't easy. She faced numerous challenges in the competitive world of modeling, but she remained determined to make a name for herself. It was during this time that she crossed paths with Bruno Fernandes, the star goalkeeper for Flamengo. So Flamengo is one of the biggest football clubs in Brazil. And actually, a lot of people say that Eliza, once she went to Rio, she became a prostitute. And of course, that doesn't change anything that happened to her. And of course, there were a lot of people that were trying to make the crime not so bad because of that. And I just don't agree. But that's just one of the facts of the story. Bruno Fernandes was at the peak of his career, known for his remarkable skills on the field. However, his personal life was far from perfect. Bruno and Eliza began a relationship, but it quickly turned tumultuous. And actually, Bruno was known to have more than one wife. He actually had a legal wife, and he had one more girlfriend, and Eliza was a lover, probably. And I don't think he only had these three women. He probably had more, but those were more like a fling. And these three were like the real deal, let's say. In 2009, Eliza discovered she was pregnant with Bruno's child. She hoped that the pregnancy would bring stability to their relationship, but instead, it led to further conflict. Bruno denied paternity and pressured Eliza to have an abortion, which she refused. Despite Bruno's attempts to distance himself from Eliza, she persisted in seeking child support, determined to provide for her son. In June 2010, Eliza disappeared, and the subsequent investigation unveiled a series of horrific events. It was revealed that Eliza had been kidnapped, tortured, and brutally murdered. Her body was never found, but testimonies from Bruno's associates detailed the gruesome fate she suffered. The involvement of Bruno and his associates in the crime shocked the nation. So let me give you a few more details. To this day, they never found her body, and no one ever said where her body is, even after being arrested and being sentenced. Bruno didn't say, and all the other 2 or 3 guys that helped him also never revealed the truth. And actually, this was a long discussion in Brazil because, everyone says that if there's no body, there's no homicide, there's no crime, right? But they were able to prove that there was no way she was still alive, and that they did torture and first kidnap and then torture and kill Eliza. So they were able to arrest and, of course, convict all of these people involved. But it's just heartbreaking that her son, that is actually also called Bruno, they call him Bruninho, which is like a little Bruno, and he's like grown up already. He's almost 18, I think. And for a long time, we weren't able to see his pictures or videos or anything like that. But he recently, maybe like 2 years ago, he did an interview and he looked just like his dad. And Bruno still has like he never actually like completely paid for the child support. He still has some money that he owes, and he didn't go I think twice, because it happens like if you don't go twice to the DNA that the court asks, then you are legally that child's dad. And I think that's what happened to Bruno, and now he's trying to still do the DNA, but I don't know why they don't allow him. But honestly, I don't think there's any doubt that he is the dad, especially because the boy looks like him, and he became also a goalkeeper. He's super tall, and he just he's a promise, actually. Like, you know, people say that he's gonna be like even bigger than his dad was. And yeah, so I don't think there's any doubt. Bruno Fernandes was arrested and charged with orchestrating Eliza's murder to avoid paying child support. The trial was highly publicized, with shocking revelations and evidence that painted a disturbing picture of the events leading up to Eliza's death. In 2013, Bruno was convicted and sentenced to 22 years in prison for his role in Eliza's death. This case not only highlighted the issues of domestic violence, but also the dark side of fame and power. Also, something I forgot to mention, the way that they were able to get Eliza was because she was trying to get Bruno to accept that he was dead, and he threatened her that he was going to, you know, kill her if she went to the media or anything like that. So she actually went to the police station and told the police officers that he was threatening her and she wasn't safe, and the media got there, and there's even like footage of her saying, you know, I'm pregnant with Bruno's child and he doesn't want to be part of this and all of that. And this, of course, made him even angrier. But the whole problem here is child support. He didn't want to pay child support. He didn't want to accept that he was the dad of Eliza's child. And this was while she was pregnant. And then she had the baby, and the baby was like only a few months old. And they called her and they said like, oh, we're gonna give you money, we're gonna give you this and that, you know, as he should, because he's the dad. So she got in the car with Bruninho, and they took them to another location, I think like a farm that he owned. And I think the plan was actually to kill Eliza and Bruninho, but I think his ex-wife, his ex-girlfriend or anything like that, Bruno's girlfriend or something like this, got Bruninho and took him to, after a few days, of course, took him to foster care or something like this. And of course, he's still alive, thankfully. But it's still sad that, you know, his background is this, and he knows all the story, of course. While serving his sentence, Bruno maintained his innocence and continued to attract media attention. In 2017, he was granted habeas corpus and released temporarily due to delays in the appeals process, leading to widespread public outrage. Following his release, Bruno attempted to revive his football career. He signed with Boa Esporte, a second division club, but the move was met with significant backlash from fans, sponsors, and women's rights organizations. Despite the controversy, he played several matches before returning to prison later that year when his habeas corpus was revoked. In 2019, Bruno was transferred to a semi-open regime, allowing him to leave prison during the day to work. He continued to seek opportunities to play football and even trained with local clubs, sparking further debate about his reintegration into society. Eliza Samudio's tragic story serves as a stark reminder of the devastating consequences of violence against women. Her legacy continues to inspire efforts to combat domestic abuse and seek justice for victims. Thank you for joining us in this episode. If you found this story compelling, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. For more true crimes stories from Brazil, let's keep Eliza's memory alive by raising awareness and advocating for justice. Be careful and stay safe, and I'll see you in the next episode.